please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
On that note, let me invite Prakash Diwan into the conversation. Prakash, it's sure shot that the stock will now start climbing its way above 1,000?
Looks like, and couple of interesting things that are happening. One is, 2nd of February is when that 1 year lock-in gets over. So they'll have to do something before that, because a lot of people who have probably bought it on the institutional side might also want to, I mean, they're free to get out. I'm not saying they would get out, but so that's a big milestone of sorts. The second thing, so it's like where you heard the news about a large investor in MCX wanting to exit.
Yes.
While BSE is gearing up to get into commodities. So it's a long BSE, short MCX kind of a scenario that's developing. But I think the bigger story lies in the growth that CDSL will bring in after all this. It's very easy for CDSL to expand incrementally with the least of cost in terms of distribution costs and marketing costs. And you actually have newer clients. Like, I don't trade, let's say, in commodities today, but if I'm an active BSE client, and if I want to, let's say, go long crude or, some impulse that comes in, it becomes much easier to have within the same platform to do that. So I think that's going to be an emerging trend of sorts. So, and 1,100 crores, 1,100 is a market rate. Is a limit over the higher ceiling, but my sense is there's a regulatory limitation that you can only do 3% of a buyback from the cash that you have. They could probably have another buyback after this also.
Okay, so the stock of course has seen a bit of a rally over the last 1 month or so, but Prakash, good morning. Your thoughts on Delta Corp?
Oh, wonderful. I mean, it looks like, of course, the base effect is something that we need to bring this into. Though I'm told on the ground there was not much of negative impact with demonetization last year.
Except for the 15-day period.
Except for, that 2 weeks. So looks like, Delta Corp is a story that's finally seeing the contours of what it can do with just the core casino business kicking in. Now, if the other properties, which is the Radda, and the Rummy, online businesses, and of course the new real estate spin to the whole developing story on next to the new airport. So we heard this, we've kind of casually discussed this at times, that Delta Corp is a business that's evolving, rather mutating so fast. It's not even evolving gradually. It's mutating into, morphing into something very different than what it started off. So I'm very positive, but I think the market has kind of sensed the improvement in the numbers. That's why it's already priced in quite well. Any dips you get in the market could definitely be an addition to the stock pool.
Actually, I was looking at the year on year. I mean, you may complain year ago there was demo, but if you look even quarter on quarter, September quarter, their revenue was about 103 crore and now it is 124 crore. Quarter on quarter, if you grow 20%, I mean, what does it signify?
So usually the third quarter is very promising for them.
So I wanted to move from gaming to education, because Learn's numbers are also very good. I mean, 70% revenue growth. Is that a stock you like?
I don't particularly like it, but here what's happened is that Mount Litra and all of that, properties that they developed have suddenly started kind of, throwing up cash. And there's this huge change in the environment, Sonia, on the education side. So what's happening is in the ecosystem, a lot of the smaller players have started kind of, either moving out or there's a consolidation that's happening. So the bigger brands have a larger share of the pie, and that gives them a lot of pricing power. That's reflective in the numbers. And this is something which was expected a couple of years back. But with the likes of Treehouse and all actually exiting from the market side, a lot of the larger players will tend to benefit disproportionately. So quite positive on the sector, but not particularly on Z.
Oh yes, Mount Litra is a wonderful school, but I had gone there to just check.
Okay.
But fees is 5-6 lakhs these days for these schools.
It's become the most lucrative.
No, and in schooling, unlike what we understand, very interesting what Anil is saying. After you have kind of evolved the curriculum and the processes, especially the recruitment and the value chain, right from the trainee teachers to the finished goods of mature people in the team. Then you just need to kind of scale up, and you open a new school, and you know, the incremental cost is so nominal, so it's going to be definitely very promising. Of course, Sonia has a few years to go and try that out, but she'll
she's already making inquiries and she's found out